So what does bigender mean to me? This is kind of an involved sort of topic, so we're going to kind of skim it a little bit. This is your mind. This is your body. This is masculinity, femininity, okay? Let's say you've got a pretty masculine body. If you are just run-of-the-mill cisgender, you should have a more or less masculine body and mind, or a more or less feminine body and mind, or you're perfectly comfortable with your other configuration, intersex individuals, that sort of thing. Well, with bigender individuals, you might have a body that is here and a mind that kind of rocks back and forth. And so sometimes you feel more feminine than your body might represent. Sometimes you may even feel more masculine. But there's yet another facet. Good thing I keep a lot of pencils around. Okay, so you've got your masculine body and your feminine mind, and it's Tuesday, so you're presenting yourself androgynously as neither particularly male nor particularly female, as I did at work today. There are these different facets, and so it's not even as simple as just, oh, sometimes I'm male, sometimes I'm female. There's how you look, or how you present yourself. There's your equipment, which with hormones and surgeries and things like that, you can tweak to your heart's content. And there's your sense of self, which for bigender people tends to be a little bit more fluid. For some people, it's a hard shift more often than not. And for some people, it's more of a gentle rocking back and forth. And then there's, special people. And bigenderdotnet happens to be very friendly to special people. So instead of pulling out a whole bunch of pencils to just go nuts with the analogy, I think those three will kind of get the idea across, that there are these facets, and it can be more comfortable to get them in alignment. I could have added additional layers like social perception of your identity. Do people perceive you as male or female, or can they not tell? What's your paperwork look like? Do you have male on your driver's license, female, or I know of one individual who actually has, no gender specified on official documents. So there's layers. And for me, I find that all of those layers come into play on some level or another. I sign most documents with my chosen androgynous, leaning in the direction of female name. My driver's license has a bunch of male information. It's got my male assigned at birth letter on it, and it's got the name that my parents chose for me, and that sort of thing. My body is largely male, but I have tweaked it with hormones over the last year and a half. My brain part up in here has also been tweaked with hormones. over the last year and a half. But before that, I spent 39 years training it to try to fit into more masculine norms. Some of those felt quite comfortable to me, and some not so much. My presentation ranges from fairly decked out femme to kind of andro, which is my usual chosen presentation at work. Andro going in kind of the direction of femme or masculine, whatever, varies from day to day. And sometimes I feel a hard gender switch. Sometimes there's this radical, bam, I'm him, bam, I'm her. And there can be some special discomforts involved in that. But I have grown over time to A, feel more relaxed and comfortable with my different facets, and also over time people have become accustomed to me wanting things to be a certain way and presenting myself in a certain way, and the fact that I'm eccentric without it being like a huge big deal most of the time. So for me, those are some of the high points of what it means to be bigender and what bigender means to me. Feel free to ask questions. When we are making these videos, we can only cram so much into a tiny little space, and I feel like I've just kind of touched on a million little things without doing any of them full and proper justice here in 7 minutes. But maybe if you're curious about bigender and you're wondering what we're smoking, maybe some of these little things that I popped out there will help you pick up on some parts of it all, and maybe that will help. Feel free to ask questions, comment, video respond, things like that. Pop over to the bigenderdotnet forum if you wish. We will be glad to answer any questions that are remotely reasonable that you've got. That's what we are here for. Hope you're finding some value in my little 8-minute all over the place talk. See you soon.